In today's video, we're talking about this magical piece of equipment. This is called the YoloBox. It's responsible for creating a really well-managed live stream. And for those of you who have been following me for a while, you'll know that I stopped live streaming because of how bad my setup was. I was trying to use, YouTube's live streaming service. It sucked. It really didn't do a good job of keeping a stable connection along with high definition feed. Well, this thing really solves the problem with all of that. It has a 1080p feed with minimal lag, and there's a ton of different options available. On top of that, you can hook up to 2 different camera angles and switch while using this little tiny box. All right, let's have a look at what's inside the packaging. So inside the box, you get what appears to be a simple filmmaking monitor. It's a 7-inch monitor, and it really doesn't look anything different than that of just a regular monitor that you put on your camera. It does have a built-in battery. It's a touch screen, and if you look around the unit, you'll notice that it has a bunch of inputs, outputs, and it even has a tray for your SIM card, meaning that you don't need a Wi-Fi connection, and if you're out and about, you can stream regardless of Wi-Fi. And that's something that is a great little neat feature there as well. But really quick, let's go on and see what else is in the box. So obviously we get our manual. We have a ball head mount, which attaches to your camera's hot shoe mount. We have a little carrying case, a charging cable, and we also have 2 full-sized HDMI cables. And this will be used obviously for your camera connection. Going back to the YoloBox itself, you'll notice it has 2 HDMI imports along with an HDMI loop out. So that way you can even hook up another monitor to your camera while getting the feed out of the YoloBox. And as I mentioned earlier, this is also a multi-cam switcher. The overall build quality of this unit is very good. It has a nice rubberized texture on the back. It has a modern thin look along with a graphite colored body. The glass on the front of the screen is high quality, and I don't feel like it's one of those really cheaply made products. Along with the HDMI inputs and outputs, we also have a USB port, Ethernet port, so you can hook it up to your router for internet. We have an audio in, so if you want to use a lavalier microphone or some other sort of mic, you can definitely do that too. And we have a Type-C connection port for charging the unit. On the bottom of the YoloBox, we have a 1/4 20-inch mount meant for the ball head. We have an SD card slot, meaning that you can record your live streams directly within the YoloBox. We have the SIM card tray port, as I mentioned earlier, and we have the audio out port, so you can monitor your audio via headphones. And of course, you need the power button, which is on the far right side. So to power on the unit, just hold down the button. You'll be greeted with the YoloBox logo, and the boot up time is about, I would say, around 20 seconds. You'll see a red LED light turn on, and now we're on the home page of the YoloBox. First things first, you do want to hook it up to your Wi-Fi connection or SIM card, and that's when we'll be able to start connecting our live stream accounts to the YoloBox. So you can actually multi-stream to multiple different types of social media accounts. You can do it to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter's coming soon, and Twitch. So there's multiple different platforms, and you can simultaneously stream to them. Once you've logged into your social media accounts via the YoloBox, you'll be able to connect directly and start streaming instantly. But there are some settings that you definitely want to focus on if you want to create the most professional live stream. Once you've connected your social media accounts, you're ready to start setting up your live stream. All you have to do is press the plus button and create a live stream title, then tap on it, and now start adding in your video sources. It will automatically detect everything that you plug into the YoloBox. So for example, if I'm using 2 cameras like you see here, it will automatically populate within the live stream settings. You can also change the resolution. We have multiple options available, such as 480p, 720p, and of course 1080p. Don't forget that if you want the best quality, it should be at 1080p, but make sure that your Wi-Fi can support high upload speeds. Along with the supported platforms by YoloBox, you can also hook up an RTMP server, and that will give you much more customization, and it will allow you to stream to a lot more platforms. So once you've hooked up your cameras and you're receiving feed within the YoloBox, you can mess around with the settings. And within the settings, you can decide on how you want to switch between camera angles, such as click to switch or double click to switch. Here you can see both of my camera angles loaded up. So if you want to switch between the angles, all you have to do is either tap to switch or double tap to switch, depending on how you have your settings set. You can also set the settings for HDMI loop out and your SD card. You also have audio options, which allow you to increase the volume, set it to automatic, and so on and so forth. And you can also decide which HDMI port you want your audio to be coming from. You can also hook up wireless HD transmission systems, so you don't have to be tethered to your camera the whole time. Within YoloBox, you can also set your own custom lower third titles, and this will be done live, which is great. So while you're streaming, you can actually customize these lower thirds to make it 100% custom, and you can do it live, so there's no waiting. Along with the lower thirds, you can also add custom graphics and watermarks too. Now, for those of you who are wondering, this is not a professional filmmaking monitor per se. This is specifically meant for live streaming. This will not load in custom LUTs. It probably won't even give you the most accurate picture quality, so don't depend on the YoloBox for proper color, picture, or any of that stuff. However, it is accurate with framing and focus. Now, what are my honest opinions about this thing? Well, I think it's a great live stream option. However, the fact that it doesn't act like a traditional filmmaking monitor, it's a little bit disappointing because I sometimes want to load in custom LUTs and I want to use it as a filmmaking monitor and a live streaming option. It kind of is a little disappointing that I have to switch between a filmmaking monitor and this system, but overall it does a pretty decent job. So if you're interested in the YoloBox, definitely check it out in the link in the description box below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.